Hello friends, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny and I like to talk about what I find on Reddit, what I find interesting on Reddit. And I found a few just a moment ago and I thought, well, I woke up early this morning, I fixed my hair and makeup, I may as well do something. So here I am, making a video that only probably 25 people will see, but that's okay. I've got nothing better to do. Actually, I have a lot of things I could be doing right now, but I don't want to do them. So instead, I'm going to read this, all right? Also, check it out. My hair is long enough to put in a ponytail. Yes! If you don't know, my hair was about an inch long about a year and a half ago. So I found one I wanted to read first. It is Aita for quickly shutting down my sister after trying to change tradition. I, 45 female, hosted my family's Easter dinner at my house last Friday evening. We don't do it on Sunday because we all go to church together and some of my family works after. Usually most of my mom's side comes and there's a lot of us, lots of aunts, cousins, grandkids, you name it. I have quite a big house with a big backyard. I have 2 kids and there's a playroom in my basement. When I got the house about 10 years ago, most of my family said that I should host because my house was perfect for it. I took it as a compliment and started hosting most family events for the past 10-ish years. I love to host and I love getting all of my family together. It's kind of my thing. My sister, 42 female, and I have always had a competitive relationship, but still a very loving one. She always wanted to up me in grades or in sports when we were younger. Then in our 20s, she always wanted to be the first in major accomplishments like marriage or kids. When I started hosting, she would make sarcastic digs on my hosting skills like food or conversations. She even told me she thought she would be a better host in a private conversation. I still very much love my sister, but sometimes I think she envies me with how she treats me. She might. As Easter was wrapping up and everyone was saying their long goodbyes, Midwest goodbyes, lol, my sister decided to make a little announcement right before she walked out the door. Something along the lines of, "Before I leave, I wanted to say I'm going to host 4th of July this year." I was quite surprised because she had not told me this, and she knows quite well that I have been hosting every holiday. Most of my family didn't really know what to say because it was just out of the blue. Well, this is where I might be the asshole. I quickly said, "Oh, sorry," sister's name, "but I was already planning on hosting since I've been doing that for the past decade." I wasn't trying to come off as overly mean, but I also didn't want to get walked on and just give up to my sister's action. She quickly shot back about how she wants to take some pressure off my back and how I don't need to do everything all the time. The way she said it felt mean and snarky, so I told her that I didn't feel pressure since I'm used to it, and then if she wants to host, she should let me know ahead of time instead of 2 months beforehand. We were both being a little bit snarky and passive-aggressive. After my comment, she said, "Okay, well, maybe Thanksgiving," and left. Yeah, 2 months ahead of time, that's a long heads up, you know? I think you're being a little petty right there. And that's okay, I get it, totally get it. I plan on texting my sister about it soon, but I have not talked to her since. I felt bad because I had done it in front of my family, and I got a couple of texts afterwards asking if I was okay and that she shouldn't try to break tradition. Whilst my parents, specifically, and some other family members told me I was being an a-hole for not just letting her do something for once. AITA? Edit? Whoa, okay. I was not expecting so much interaction with this post. I plan on talking to my sister tonight, apologize, and ask her to take over 4th of July and Thanksgiving if she wants. That's good. I am going to talk to her about the past and our rivalry and how we both feel to get any grudges out of the way. Some people were telling me I am selfish, and I understand, and I'm knocking myself down a peg. I understand 2-ish months is beforehand, and maybe I am just a get this done ASAP person, but I understand how I am wrong. I also do not host everything. It is just expected that I do, and I'm now going to ask if we switch it up because now I am afraid my family might think I'm trying to keep a center of attention. I am seeing myself in a new light, and I apologize that I didn't see it earlier. Thank you to the commenters who were kindly showing me my mistakes, and I kindly remind you that I am human and I am making mistakes with the effort to fix them. Edit 2, an update is available on my page. I talked to my sister and cleared up more things. Thank you. Let's see. No, there's no. People are actually upset because she never really did update. Ooh, people are being a little rude to her, which I don't agree with. Y'all don't be rude. But my opinion on this is that she, I think her sister could have announced that in a different way, maybe. I think it's okay to share some of the, family traditions with your sister. Maybe trade off holidays. Which one's your favorite? Which one does your house work for? Which one does her house work for? You know what I mean? Like, some people have a huge dining room, so Thanksgiving is perfect at their house. So that's what I would do in that situation. But I don't really think she was the a-hole. I think she was caught off guard. Her updates and edits don't make me feel like I feel like she's like, okay, yeah, I am being a little petty. I need to take it down a notch. I feel like she saw what she did wrong there. Okay, here's another one. AITA for not being there enough for my grieving friend, even though I was trying to respect her space. I, 34 female, have been friends with another 34 female for a little over 2 years. I'm autistic, and one thing I've been working on is understanding social cues better and respecting boundaries, especially since in the past I've accidentally overstepped and caused harm by pushing too much when someone needed space. Last fall, she called me one morning, which wasn't unusual, but I didn't see the call until about 5 hours later because I was out of town and busy. I texted her when I saw it, and she told me her sibling's partner had passed away. I was so heartbroken for her. I asked if she wanted me to call or if she needed anything, and she told me she was busy, so I didn't push. Since she's someone who usually wants space when she's going through something heavy, like past breakups or stressful situations, I tried to follow her lead. I checked in every few days with short messages letting her know I was thinking of her and that I cared. I asked a few times if she needed anything or wanted to talk, and she always said no or that she was okay. Over time, I felt her pulling away. A month later, I checked in, and she said she was still grieving but doing better. I asked again if she needed anything from me, and she said no. In February, the distance felt even stronger, so I called and asked to talk. That's when she told me she was really hurt, that I wasn't there for her when she needed me, and she said she thought I would have just called or shown up, and then... Why'd I say it like that? She said she thought I would have just called or shown up, and that she shouldn't have had to ask. See, that's where it's like you kind of... If someone says, are you okay? Do you need anything? They're willing to do anything. So tell them that you need them, because we don't know. She's not a mind reader. When you say no, people don't want to, or like if you say I'm fine, I'm okay, people don't want to step over that boundary. I was caught off guard. I told her I was trying to be respectful of her space and follow what she told me. She said it felt like I didn't care, even though that wasn't my intention at all. We had 2 emotional talks about it, and I apologized, told her I cared deeply and would have dropped everything for her if she had said, I need you. See? I also explained that I don't always pick up on cues and really do rely on people to be direct with me. She asked for space again, and I gave it. I checked in last week, and she eventually replied with a voice note saying she didn't want to be close friends anymore, that she felt too hurt by how I handled everything. I'm heartbroken. I really tried to be there in the way I thought she needed, by giving space and checking in gently. I would have done anything if she'd told me directly. I care about her a lot and never meant to make her feel alone, so am I the a-hole? No. I gotta see what people are saying. Okay. OPS offered the following explanation for why they think they... Why it make me the asshole. She later told me she felt abandoned and hurt, that I didn't just know to call or be more present, even though I thought I was respecting her boundaries. Now she no longer wants to be friends, and I'm left wondering if I misunderstood the situation and unintentionally let her down. I'm asking if I'm the asshole because my accent just came out, if I really tried to be supportive in a way that wouldn't overwhelm her, but it clearly didn't land that way. And I'm wondering if I should have just trusted my gut and reached out more directly, even if she said she was okay. Oh, no, not the asshole. See, in those situations, guys, if you're going through it and you have a friend that says, do you need anything? I say that often, and I really, truly mean it. And if you tell me you need something, I'm going to do it. But a lot of times we don't want to overstep our boundary or make you uncomfortable or do something that hurts you or makes you feel bad or anything, So it's those kind of situations are tricky, so you have to be honest with people who are reaching out to you. Okay, so it was her sibling's partner that passed away. She's probably grieving, and it's easy to take it out on somebody else like that, and she probably doesn't even realize that's what she's doing. I know I'm in different clothes now. I needed to take a break and get some stuff done before I went and picked up my kids, which I'll have to do shortly. Not yet. So let's finish reading a few Aita off of Reddit. Let's get started again. This one was like, okay. That's what my reaction was. Okay. Aita for telling my girlfriend I was born in a car. I've been with my girlfriend for over 5 years, over which time I've told her a few fairy stories that were more like practical joke time bombs than lies. I always expected them to get found out. You know what I mean. No, I don't. And you won't either, and listen. One of them was that I was born in the Australian bush, far from a hospital. True. And when my mother went into labor, my father rushed to her to the hospital in his Australian pickup truck. Okay, true. But didn't make it on time. False. And had to deliver me himself in the back of the ute. False. Being a bushy, he delivered plenty of calves, lambs, and fowls. It wasn't a big deal. I thought it was just a bit funny, and I expected one day to be caught. Anyway, at my parents' place last weekend, my girlfriend brought it up to my father. I can just imagine his dad like, what? Just in passing. My mother laughed, stopped her, and got her to recite the whole story as I'd told it. Instead of everyone laughing at the hoax, they're all mad at me and don't understand what would motivate me to make up such a story. Now my girlfriend won't speak to me. She says she can't trust me and that it's all over. The thing is, that's just one of several pranks I've told her. There are more ticking away. Am I the asshole for pranking her, or does she just not have a sense of humor? I think your sense of humor might be a little messed up. I mean, like, no offense, mine is too, but, what a, okay. I don't know, what do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about that? Okay, Aita for explaining to my future sister-in-law why her kids will never receive anything from us. No one's declared her the asshole or not, so we shall see. I, 27 female, have a brother who's 33, who has been dating his girlfriend Sarah for 2 years, and he proposed a couple of months ago. Sarah has 2 kids from her previous relationship, 8 and 6. I would say that my parents and I are not very close to Sarah and her kids, but we are cordial and never had any problems before. My My brother and Sarah attended the Easter dinner at my parents', and that's when the drama happened. Sarah's kids were at their father's, so Sarah used this celebration to confront us about my brother requesting a prenup. Basically, my brother explained to her that he expects them to sign a prenup and that only his biological kids will have the right to inherit anything from our family assets. This is something that we as a family discussed before, and we all agree that only our children should receive assets or money from our inheritance. I agree. My brother is free to pay whatever he wants for his stepchildren out of his own money, but my children and his bio children will never have to share anything that our family has with them. I'm kind of in the same boat, but I don't care. The steps want to have it, have it. Sarah claimed that we are being unfair and that we are treating her and her kids like some strangers instead of embracing them like family. You're not family. Sorry, I'm angry about other things. She said that the normal and decent thing to do was for us to see her kids like my brother's kids, who should have equal rights to any children they may have together. I told her sure, after she gets married to my brother, she will become our in-law and her kids will be my brother's stepchildren. But this does not mean we have to share anything with them. I asked her, will my future kids receive anything from her parents or from their bio father's parents? She said no, obviously. So I asked her then, why would her kids be entitled to receive anything from us? Sarah said, because they will be our family. So I told her that we have plenty of cousins that are also family, but I don't go around wishing to share my inheritance with them. There was a lot more back and forth between us, and Sarah was not letting this go. My brother asked her to stop because we were there to celebrate Easter, not to have this kind of conversation. But she kept on going, saying we need to clarify it once and for all. I told her, from where we stand, everything is clear and it is only her who has a problem. She said, we are greedy and cruel to some kids, and I snapped. I told her to deal with it. She is free to work her ass off and gather assets to leave to her children, but we will never divide anything outside of our family, and she should not expect her children to be our problem or burden to finance. I honestly feel she is very manipulative and using my brother for what she and her kids can get from him, but that's my brother's problem to decide if this is the kind of partner he wants. I just want to know if I was too blunt in telling her the truth. No. Because here's the deal. Say there's a family that's been together for, 20 years, and then a woman comes in and breaks up the family. And then those two get married. But that woman has 5 or 6 kids herself. Why would the original family have to share the inheritance with that family? They shouldn't have to. They're not biologically related. No, she's not the asshole. The asshole is the one expecting inheritance from people that she's not related to. Anyway, okay, I think I read 3. My heart is racing, you guys. That just worked me up. I don't like being unfair. I don't like it when people are unfair or expect things they don't deserve. Okay, you guys, I hope that you have a wonderful day. I hope you had a good Easter. It was a beautiful day. Ended up being excited. I was just going to make it a very chill, fun day for my little boys. And I went out back and I hid a bunch of Easter eggs. We ate candy, we played video games, and I visited with my daughter, and that was nice. Got some graduation things done with her. So it was a very good day. I'm glad I decided to do what I wanted to do and not do what I felt I had to do. I don't like doing things that I don't want to do, but I feel obligated to do. Especially when you just don't like anybody. So yeah, I'm just gonna live with my little family in my home and have good times. be honest people and not jerks. And if you talk to me, I will not go run my mouth and tell anybody. And if you're a parent and your child comes and tells you something, don't go tell other people, especially when your child says, please don't tell anybody. No, stop doing that. You're older than me. Stop gossiping. Goodness gracious. I'm upset right now, right? Can you tell? Okay, I'm over it. I'm done. You guys have a good one. Bye. Be nice, be kind, but take care of yourself. Get sunshine. But vitamin D, that's the happy vitamin. Sunshine is a cure for depression. Well, sometimes. If you're feeling sad, go touch grass and close your eyes and lay on the grass. It feels so good. Yep. I have these memories of when I was a kid. My mom, she always would get a blanket, a quilt, this particular quilt. Why can't I speak? So my mom, she would get this one particular quilt that my great-grandmother made, and we would go and lay on the grass with the quilt and have a little picnic and look at the clouds and talk about the shapes of the clouds, and it's really nice memories like that. Oh, I hope you guys have good memories like that too, and I hope that you're creating those with your kids, or future kids. I don't know. Okay, whatever. I'm brain dead right now. All right. Y'all have a good one. Bye. Oh, I got a camera. It's not like the best camera ever. It's just a little digital camera, but it's going to be easier, hopefully, for me to film, because it's hard on my phone. Anyway, okay. You guys, love you. Have a good day. Bye.